Outside, of course, like people can still look at my gameplay and we still talk about it. Like, I like talking about people with games. I don't like playing games with people.
Except for Smash.
I don't like playing Smash with people.
You were the one that asked me yesterday. Oh?
Yeah, because I was breaking in my new game controller that I literally just got in the post.
You can do that without me. You don't need me. Also, hello, welcome back to the server, Tinto.
People in the fucking random arenas, they're so shit, like...
Yeah, so we can hear you.
I mean, I'm probably worse, but like, they're so shit compared to like you or Ganondorf. If I play against you, I know for a fact that the controller's gonna get broken in. It's gonna force me into having to actually think and like, try and do like stuff on my controller that will require me to have it broken in. Whereas if I go in a random fucking arena and go against some random webs, like, that can probably work. I'm just gonna spam shit and won't have fun of it, and I'll end up breaking some buttons, but not the other ones.
Also, Peter Afro is in voice chat. Hello, Peter Afro. I don't. I don't care. Peter Afro.
I mean, you're the one who motivated me to undust my Switch and actually use it. Like, if it weren't for you, my Switch probably wouldn't have been used for the past 3-4 years. But because you asked me to play stuff, and you motivated me to play stuff, the Switch gets used. As the Switch gets used, I end up getting a new controller.
So Tinto, what's up?
Peter Afro, why are you streaming a board right now?
Jesus.
Why did Tinto leave, by the way?
What?
It said you joined, but like, you've been on the friend board before, so clearly you've been in the server.
Yeah, it's just that I actually don't know what happened. A few days ago, my computer just told me, "Hey, you need to reinstall Windows because I'm not going to work anymore." So I need to reinstall Windows, and that deleted this application. And I don't know why I didn't have the application, and I downloaded it, but I wasn't in there. So I needed to create a new account. I didn't know what happened, so yeah, it's so weird. Trying to get rid of the dog.
Okay, so Tinto2794, I have two things that I want to show you.
Okay, so we know Peter's not streaming a board because we can hear him in the background of his stream.
Are you ready to see the two things, Tinto?
Yep.
Alright, number one of the two things that I want to show you is the friend boards. If you would look on the left sidebar of Guilded, all the way at the bottom is a group called Friend Leaderboards. I want you to click on that.
Yep.
And take a look at the friend boards. They are leaderboards featuring anybody that's in this server who's done a run of the specific games that are listed so far.
That
you may-
with what? With speedruns.com or with what?
Speedrun.com has nothing to do with this.
So, well, how are they there? How are the times in there?
I
They're
made
put
them.
manually?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, nice. You know you could do that.
It's easy peasy. So, you may be asking yourself, why? Why would Crisco do such a thing? And of course the answer is, well, where else am I going to put my times? Right? I can't put my times on Mega Man leaderboards because they banned me. I can't put my times on speedrun.com because they banned me.
Well, why did they ban you?
Speedrun.com banned me for, and I quote, excessive harassment.
For what?
I don't know. They never told me. I mean, we can all guess. I think they got mad at me for calling Focus Site a retard. Because I think he probably made a huge deal about it. He and I had some private Discord DMs where we got into an argument about something. And then at the end of the argument, he tried to squash the beef. And he's like, "No hard feelings, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine, it's whatever." But then I think he told everybody after that I was mean to him, and I think him and all of his friends got me banned from SRC. That's my guess. And then MMLB banned me on the heels of that, just to fucking follow the trend. So fuck them.
I think
Yeah.
you should start uploading your splits to Splits.io.
I've never used Splits.io ever.
Alright, the good thing about it is you can upload your splits, and you can also attach a video to it. So if I go Cover Dimension anything normal, you can see everyone who's submitted their splits to Splits.io, and you can see if they have a video. Like, for example, Suri here, he has an anything normal. A24, he had a video of this attached to it. So it lists all the people who have submitted runs through Splits.io to each game, and it has individual categories. It also has like a medium uplink thing, and medium blind if there's enough runs of shit. Just an idea. It also means that, like, I can go Splits.io for example, and I can see everyone, because my account's connected through Twitch, I can see out of the people I follow on Twitch who speedrun, who's like upload their runs to Splits.io, I can also see when they've PB'd. On Faxi here, he just got a 228 in Spiral 120. Because he uploads to Splits.io, I know that. I didn't know that otherwise. Also didn't know they had a 111 in Crash 100.
I see the last, like, 10 splits uploaded is by you.
Oh, that's because I've logged in. It shows my PBs.
Right, so if this is not, if it's not set up like a leaderboard, I can't imagine caring.
I mean, it's still a place to pick your runs, nonetheless. There's no boards, but like...
Yeah, well, if there's no boards, like, if it's not, like, ranked, then why would I do it?
If you subscribe to it, which I don't recommend doing, by the way, I've tried before, it's a waste of money. There's like a Summer Best leaderboard, and there's like an indexed race thing. So like, you can compare, he has like the best Summer Best between each other, and like, you can index your races on Splits.io.
Yeah, see, these times are all over the place. Like, they're not ranked at all. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't use it.
Fair enough. It's just, oh, you said it's a place to put my runs. I mean, this is also a place to put your runs. It just doesn't have any official boards.
Well, YouTube is a place to put my runs. But
yeah,
it's not
but
a board.
This is a place to advertise your YouTube runs, because you can attach a YouTube run to it. So, if anything, it's just potential more reach for the YouTube videos.
I mean, yeah, I guess like I could put a run up every once in a while, and like as long as it's like the most recent run, everybody will see it. But I mean, how often do people actually look at this? How often do people go to Splits.io and look at runs? You know?
I don't know about that.
Not as often as SLC, I'll say that much. But it's more often than you think.
So, friend leaderboards, that's the first thing that I wanted to show you. The second thing that I want to show you, Tinto, is this right here. This Speedrun Directory is a website that Sewer Husk made. He made his own Speedrun leaderboard website. Now, you would be doing him a big favor if you looked at that website and gave him some feedback, because he needs some feedback. You gotta tell him how he can make that better.
I'm not good at the website thing, but
All you gotta do is look at it and tell us what do you like about it and what do you not like about it.
What's a mispronunciation of any meme that you find listening?
Call Me Your Mommy or Kame Hame Ha is the most recent mispronunciation I found tonight.
Yeah, but like, Kamehameha was made a meme because of those mispronunciations. I mean, things that, well, memes that are original memes, but people mispronounce the memes. Like mismatches. came him. Let's find
This
that
guy tried to Kamehameha me for the win. So
I think the
Tinto,
first-
where'd you go for your vacation?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I live in Colombia, so I went to San Andres. It's an island.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
It's a real place.
San Andreas is the real
San
place.
Andres. San Andres. No, San Andres.
Oh, I just.
I would make more jokes about it, but I didn't actually play San Andreas, so I don't know what to reference.
All you have to do is follow the damn trends, people.
Yeah, I watched my brother play through the campaign. I used to fuck around with it with Keats. But I got a little bit through the campaign, but I got stuck, so hard for me as a kid. Pinto, how did you get so good at Mega Man X?
Well, I don't think I'm that good at Sonic, but it's just that for example, for Mega Man X1, I played that game almost every week or every month before I was starting to do the speedrun.
I see. Well, I made a mistake
that's it.
of like trying to speed on it before I even beat the game. And I mean, watching Caleb Rodney runs of it and like highlights and clips of that on YouTube is what brought me into Mega Man X to begin with.
Yeah.
So my approach to it probably wasn't the best.
Well, yeah, no. There's plenty of people that have done speedruns before ever beating the game before.
Oh yeah, there definitely some huge examples of that. Like some of our fans on those servers they didn't play casually. And there's definitely smaller games like that.
And there are some little glitches that you can do in some games that are really easy to do. For example, the first time I was beating. I don't know if you know Ori and not Ori and the Blind Forest, the sequel. I don't know what is the name. The Will of the Wisps, I think. There's a glitch. Yeah, there's a glitch that you can fly. You're not supposed to fly, but you have to do a certain amount of input, and you just fly upwards. And I saw a speedrun of that, and I was playing the game. I was playing the game for the first time. I obviously I was not going to speedrun the game, but I was trying to beat it normally. But I saw that glitch and I said, "Oh, that's fun. I will try to do that." I did it, and I managed to do it, and I glitched all over the place, but in my casual playthrough. So
Yeah, I did some.
that kind of stuff that you can do.
I did something similar in my Celeste casual playthrough. Like, I didn't know where to go, so I just looked up the speedrun, and they used this technique called the spike jumping, and I just used that in that area. I do not know how to do that area casually, so every time I do casual playthroughs or attempts, like not even using other speed strategies, got some splits up, just playing the game, like, I can't even resort to the casual, because I don't even know what it is, I don't know what you're supposed to do. So the only thing I knew to do on that level was to just use spike jump and get past. Yeah, these Metroidvania games are pretty famous for those. Like, apparently the huge like skips and Castlevania in the night are pretty easy to do, but I don't want to try them until I've actually like played through the game.
Well, I haven't played Symphony of the Night. I want to play it, but I want to do the death skip, the first skip that you do in the run. So you can keep with all your equipment at the beginning, just for fun and just for playing the game for the first time.
Yeah, maybe I should tell Suihos that. Like, Suihos always shits on Symphony of the Night. Like, oh, everyone always says the game's so good, but they fucking bait you by making you start off all these cool items and they take it away from you, so the game sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
I should just say to Studio okay, just do the skip where you get to keep all that shit. Stop being a white bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Not unlike, for example, the first Metroid that you don't start with anything and you building up with your equipment and that's it, and that is progression. I don't like when the games just take all of your stuff because they can. And okay, now I have to play the game without my stuff, so I don't like it.
I think that's the reason why I respect Super Metroid the most out of the Metroidvania runs, because it has sequence breaking, but it seems to be the most difficult compared to other Metroidvania sequence breaking.
Yeah,
you have to actually like put a fuckload of practice in and like be vigilant and diligent about it, otherwise you're just gonna fuck it up. In a run.
Well, I like Zero Mission the most. I really like this game, and I was doing well. I like to do some casual, like a randomizer, but 100% randomizer. So yes, randomizer, but try to get the 100% of the items that way as well. So the game keeps fresh.
The only Metroid I've done runs of is Fusion. Like, it was a fun run, I just hated the text mashing and scrolling. The effort you need to do for it, I don't know, it makes it feel a lot less enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly, and in Fusion you cannot sequence break that much. You can.
No,
like,
it's a very straightforward route. Like, it has some stuff like, I don't know, fucking... the SAX, instead of having to wait for it to drop, you'll drop early and then skip past it earlier than you're supposed to. But other than that, I can't really think of much sequence break.
Well, the Adam textbook, but that's pretty much like an Easter egg that you can just break the game by doing a sequence of Shine Spark, and Adam will tell you, no, you cannot be here, and you still need to go backwards anyway. So I think that counts.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like casually, it's a lot more straightforward than other Metroids, and speedrun-wise, it's a lot more straightforward route-wise than the other Metroids.
Can I make a suggestion?
What's that?
I think you two should race each other in Mega Man X.
Could do that.
See, Tinto, what you don't know is, during your absence, Okami got hungry. Hungry for a PD. Hungry for a bot. And he's looking at you, Tinto. He's looking at you like you're a whole ass snack. Okami ain't eating in a while.
I'm looking at him like he's Mount Everest, because my son of Best isn't even going up yet. But I am getting closer.
He's looking at you.
He's the one above me on the board, but my son of Best isn't even low enough, so I feel hopeless. But if I can't bop him, I don't have anyone else to bop on the friend board, so I have to.
He's looking at you like you're leftover Taco Bell at 2 a.m. and he's high as fuck. My boy's ready to eat.
It's my time, 43:27 in the next one.
And he wants to bop it.
Yeah, well, I've tried really hard that game to have a soft 40 or at least close to a 40, and I couldn't do it before. Maybe I will do it again sometime, but right now I was speed running X6. But yeah, I can race X1. I still remember everything of X1.
Playing Legacy Collection.
Yep. Yeah, I have. I have time to move one in X1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Nice. I've only got 1, 2, 4, and my X2 time is a fucking best one. Well, it's probably longer than a long play you find on YouTube just by looking up an XP long play on YouTube. I want to improve my XP time as well. Maybe get one meme run or so in X3. Nah, I'm a cheapskate, so I just play Snares on X. I don't actually own the game.
So are you there?
Yes, yes I am.
So the friend leaderboards is when you place your time, correct?
What?
The friend leaderboards, the page that you told me, is where you place the time, correct? I see Mega Man X, X2, X3.
Yeah, so basically just anybody, because I don't personally have a place to put there's no leaderboard for me to put my stuff on, right? Because I've been banned from speedrun.com and MMLB. And PB Tracker doesn't really exist anymore either. So, I decided to make my own leaderboards. Yes. Whoever was running it, they just fucking deleted everything on it, or they might have sold it to somebody. So it used to have a bunch of runs on it. Now there's only one person who has runs on the board, and if you try to submit, it doesn't go through. So I think what happened is the dude that has runs on it now, I think he might have bought the site and uses it to like store his own shit. It's basically like a one-man leaderboard now.
Yeah.
So, what was I talking about? Oh, the friend boards.
The friend boards, yeah.
Yeah, so I had this idea that I would just make little leaderboards, fun little leaderboards for whoever was in this server, people that like hang out with me all the time, people that I'm cool with. And then we would use that to kind of motivate each other to get better at games, right? Like, for example, and this is a pretty good example, with Mega Man X, you know, there's like 400 plus people that run Mega Man X.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you get a PB, maybe you went from like rank 250 to rank 240 because there's so many other people on the board. And that doesn't really mean that much to you. But in here, there's a lot less people who run the game, right? So there's like 12 different people. So for Okamikaze, it was a little more motivating for him to bop Aaron Nathan at 10th place than it would be to bop Aaron Nathan at like 250th place, right? These are people that he hangs out with, these are people that he knows, these are people that he's comfortable with. So when he bops them, it means more to him than bopping some random fucking nobody that he's never heard of. So he bopped Aaron Nathan, then he bopped Infinite Mystery, and Peter Afro got a PB, and Sewer Huss got a PB, and everybody's been, you know, doing it for funsies and to get better and to show off in front of their actual friends instead of like absolutely nobody that, you know, even knows who they are. So I think,
yeah, that's cool. But because, well, I see my times in X1 and X2. Yeah. But I have a time in X3, but it's over an hour, so that is the reason that it's not in there?
Oh, no, if I missed out on one of your times, it's complete laziness on my part. It's just because I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've been playing games.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now for my time in X3 and it's 1 hour and 58 seconds.
Shit, send me. Is it on your speedrun.com profile? I'll put it up right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. Speedrun.com.
Yeah, I was looking for it and I said, okay, well, it wasn't deleted or anything, and no, it's right there. So yeah, it's okay. It's just that I was looking into the X3 category and I had it in the executive collection.
2794 control. X3. 100%. 1 hour, 38 minutes. Or no, 1 hour 38 seconds.
38 seconds, yeah. I barely could get the 1 hour flat. I could get the some 1 hour, but I'll do it later.
That 1 hour is better than what I'm capable of right now, but it's not better than what I have been capable of in the past. I haven't been able to get sub-hour on Mega Man X Legacy Collection, but I was able to get sub-hour on emulator at one point. 1 hour 38, June 19th, 2021. And then of course we gotta put the flag of Colombia up.
You even put that? Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
I see what is a lot of work.
Yeah, and I don't know if
Yeah,
you noticed, but the times on the friend boards are links to the run. If you click on those, it'll take you to the run.
Really? Oh yeah, I didn't see that before. Yeah, that is even better. I didn't know that it was a link.
Yeah, so any of those runs, if you want to see them, you can click on them and it'll take you to the run. Classic Mega Man's on friend board when, asks Peter Afro. That's a good question. That's a real good question.
You ever just start up a stream, don't respond to anyone, join a call, and don't engage yourself in conversation whatsoever?
I gotta imagine that his mic must be broken, right? Peter, is your mic broken? Is that why we haven't heard from you, like, pretty much all day?
Oh, he wrote down in the chat, so maybe he's listening to us, but he doesn't have a mic.
His persona got destroyed in the wash, and now he can't keep his tears in. It's just bobbling up. So, talking.
Yeah, I was listening to X2 music too because you told me that it was a link, so I was stuck with that particular song as well.
X2's soundtrack is like the only thing that made me want to play that game. I'm so glad I did.
X2 has amazing soundtrack. I think it's one of the best soundtracks, but I still prefer the soundtrack for X5. Well, X5 has one song that is from X2, but whatever. But I really like the Shining Happiness. I don't know its name.
Yeah, the only song I like from X5 is the one that's on X2.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
the one for Bubble Crab. They reused that in the Summer Queen stage.
Regarding the Mega Man 7 boards, you know how Donkey Kong Country, because they don't like SRC, they just make it the runs auto-verify? Do you understand what?
What?
So for Donkey Kong Country, because they don't like SRC, they just make the SRC page auto-verify when you submit runs.
Yeah, that's how that's set up right now.
Why doesn't Mega Man 7 just do that?
Because they have problems with being control freaks, and they don't want to not be in control. Like, and you have to understand, they also don't want... The people from Mega Man leaderboards don't want you to be able to submit your Mega Man 7 runs to speedrun.com. They don't want you to have your shit up there. even Mega Man X, the games that are up there, X1, X2, X3, etc., they don't actually want you to be able to put your shit up there. They kind of got forced to do it by me 5 years ago.
Okay, I've got an idea. You should at SRC and say, or
I
give a
can't.
suggestion. They blocked you, they banned you.
Well, I'm banned from speedrun.com, which means I can't use their DM system.
Twitter?
And-
I mean on Twitter, you could like add them on Twitter or whatever.
They wouldn't respond to me.
Okay, but you can still do it for
Now
clout.
Mike was
You could
off
be like,
stream, not bad.
okay, if a game page doesn't have any moderators, it should just be auto-verified by default. That's the way I think it should be.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. I would sign off on that opinion, but I wouldn't volunteer it on Twitter myself, because I'm honestly at this stage in my life just as comfortable with SRC burning to the ground.
Same, to be honest.
Like
I
honestly,
just do it because in my fucking speedrun communities, I'm considered anti-community and not good for the game if I don't fucking submit my runs to SLC.
I'm not anti-community. I'm actually very pro-community. I'm just anti-shitty people. And SRC and MMLB are currently run by shitty people. If it ever came down to it where they weren't run by shitty people, I'd be all for it. But it's run by people that don't really care about the community. They just care about their community. You know what I mean? Like,
Was Pac a shitty person?
he was an okay person that occasionally made okay decisions and occasionally made shitty decisions. He wasn't great, but he wasn't the worst.
He
was
used to bend-
okay.
He used to bend over the fat boy because, you know the Barbie Supermodel page? That never used to be split between Genesis and Super Nintendo. It used to be just, like, both platforms on the same. Until Fat Buddy got us to race him one night, and he was like... He went into forums on that page, like, yo, you should split the platforms. And then the moderators were like, no, I don't really see any sufficient reason to. And so he just went to Pac and just got Pac to do it.
Well, what was the reason for doing it?
He just wanted the free world record, which my run ended up being faster than his anyway. I just didn't frame count mine, so I assumed my runs were like worse than everyone else's in the race. But my run ended up actually being the fastest. So.
Wait, so are the games exactly the same on Genesis and Super Nintendo?
It's fast on Super Nintendo, but it's not different enough to the point where it warrants a different board IMO. And not
How
enough
much
people run
faster?
Genesis. How much faster? That's sad. Imagine if I could type in BSM that comes up Barbie Supermodel, but obviously I can't do that because it'd be too close to BDSM. It'd be funny if it was Barbie Supermodel. Okay, it's about 32 seconds faster.
Okay, well I think that's plenty reason enough to separate the two. Sure, why not? Especially with how short that fucking game is. Yeah, that seems fine to me. I mean,
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Well, to
you
be
shouldn't
fair-
separate it just because somebody wants a free world record. You should have said to Pac, "Hey, this is faster, like way faster. It's not competitive. But the mods won't listen. Blah blah blah."
Oh, I think he was
And
like,
then-
oh, they're like,
And then after he said that, Pac probably should have gotten involved himself. If he was going to get involved at all, he should have went to the mods and had the mods and Fat Body sit down with a conversation and ask them. He should have asked them, all right, what is the deal here? Instead of just, taking Fat Body's word for it. Don't do that. And don't take the mod's word for it either. What you do is you get them all in a voice call, and you say, okay, explain to me the situation. That's the most fair thing to do. There are ways to handle this where everybody can come out of it happy. Or at least content, Where everybody feels like at least they've been heard.
I think another reason people wanted the Genesis board is because the SNES world record is a 6-way tie. so the Genesis getting a port meant that the game could potentially be more active. It was for like a month, but yeah, cut off after.
So, when am I gonna get to see the Okami versus Tinto race?
On the Barbara Supermodel? Yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
No, Mega Man X.
Games for babies. Barbie Supermodel is the true category. It's the true speed game.
I don't know that game.
Alright, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Really, it should be Tinto making this deal, but I've just decided that he doesn't get any say. If you race Tinto in Mega Man X, and you win Okami, you beat him in an MMX race, he will race you in Barbie Supermodel. That's a promise. But, if he wins Okami, if he wins, you're gonna have to race him in X2.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Pussy.
I mean, in my defense, I've been awake for like, what, 21 hours? I can get down to 6.
In my defense, I don't really have any balls, you see. In my defense, I'm kind of a cug. One day you're gonna get better at X2. It'll happen.
Yeah, when I'm done with X1.
Oh, is that confirmed? What's your goal for X1?
I don't know, the goal keeps moving. The goalposts keep shifting.
We know Okami likes to shift those goalposts.
I did that a long
X1's
time ago.
available.
I did that a long time ago of moving my goal, and it was okay. I want to have this. I want to have this. So I want to have this goal, and I wanted to move on to X2 until I said, okay, fuck it. I'm going to have my last TV, consistent TV, is sub 45, and that will be it. And I have a 43.27, so okay, let's move on to the next category or game, whatever. Because I was stuck right there for a long time, very long time. I think I did like 200 games of that in like the span of 1 or 2 months, and I couldn't get way through that. So that was really awful. But I managed to do that, and now I'm in Exit. Just like that.
I think...
Good old Mega Man X.
Yes! After I'm done with Hondo, I'm going to be running any
Yeah, I did that. I was doing 100 X1 at 100%. Then I went to any percent, and it was the same thing. So I have a 40-22, and my goal was at sub 40 in any percent, but I couldn't manage to do it. So I said, okay, let's just have a PB, and that will be it. That's why my mentality changed, and that is the reason that in X3 I have nearly as of 1 hour. Nearly as of 1 hour. So that is my mentality now. I'm going to be better at that. But later. I want to finish the whole Lex Legacy first. Then.
I mean, speedrunning is all about moving goalposts.
Because I'm looking right now my timer, the one that I have.
I think Chris confuses my quote-unquote moving the goalposts and arguments as moving the goalposts, but really it's just adding a new point of discussion to an argument. Like, if someone counter-argues an argument, a counter argument isn't always moving the goalposts. It may seem that way. It's just giving you information.
I think you think that it's a counter argument when really it's a fucking complete lateral shift off the topic.
What's the difference?
I don't know what example I could give to you, but you get off topic a lot when you're trying to counter argue. And it's one thing to make a counter argument and give an example that you think proves your point while staying on topic, but a lot of times the example that you give that you think proves your point isn't actually applicable to the situation that we're discussing. So what you end up doing is you make me try to think about like a completely different topic and scenario and try to explain to you why that's not applicable and why your logic doesn't make any sense. And then by the time that I get done with it, I've completely lost my train of thought, and it's hard for me to argue with you anymore because I don't remember where I was in the argument that we were supposed to be having to begin with.
How do you define a topic?
Is that a serious question?
I want to know how you define it.
Same as everybody else in the fucking world. What do you mean?
Which is what?
A subject of discussion.
And when does it cross over to different subjects? Because, like, the more you know about stuff, the more you know how much connections it has to other stuff. And
it crosses over to another subject when you start talking about another subject. If you and I are talking about what's better, apples or oranges, okay? And you've got your opinion, you think oranges are better, and I've got my opinion, I think apples are better, and you come up with some stupid fucking example about, well, bandicoots are orange and bandicoots are better than, I don't know, some fucking red thing. Something that's red. And you'd be like, oh, well, that's the reason why they're better, because orange things are better than red things. Now you've changed the subject to not apples versus oranges, but the color orange versus the color red. Using, fucking animals that are orange and red as an example, right? So now we're not talking about fruit anymore, we're talking about color. It's a different topic. It became a different topic the second that you changed the topic.
But it is an aspect of that fruit.
Yeah, but it's not the defining characteristic that is explaining why you think one is better than the other. You don't think an orange is better than an apple because of the color of it. You like the taste of an apple better.
How is it a different topic if it has the same aspects and the same sort of categorization as what you're talking about?
Because colors are not fruits and fruits are not colors. What do you mean?
That's still a property of them. Yeah? Cool. I've got a better one of these now, but it's definitely good to have a backup.
I think it says something about me that I'm not able to explain to you why you're wrong. And I feel bad about myself that I'm not able to explain to you why you're wrong.
USB to PS2 that movie around it.
And I feel bad that I'm hung up on it while you've, immediately moved on to having a completely different conversation with somebody else.
My brother knocked on my door and I answered him. Like, what's the bad about that?
I didn't say anything was bad about it. You can be the most frustrating person sometimes, you really can. But it's hard to get mad at you because you don't know why. I really think you just don't understand, half of the stuff that you say and its implications.
To me, if something contains a property, or a property is contained within the thing you're talking about, then further discussing that property isn't a change in topic, because it's still part of the topic of what that thing is held within.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Why is that?
Because it's not the same topic. Discussing a property, you can discuss a property of something without discussing the sum of a bunch of properties of something. It's its own topic. It's its own completely different topic.
Oh, so, if someone says...
Think of all the
someone
different
says-
properties that make up a human being, right? Bones, muscle, skin, eye color, hair color, weight, height. You could discuss any one of those properties all by itself and not be having a conversation about what it means to be a human being or what human beings think and feel. If you have a conversation about what human beings think and feel and what makes them tick and blah 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 blah, and then you change the conversation to, yeah, but blue eyes are better than green eyes, that's completely unrelated to what you're talking about. And you don't get that.
Well, so you just expect the conversation to just die as soon as something's not directly related, like perfectly talking about that topic.
I expect you to understand that different topics are different topics. And I expect you to stick to a topic, and when you lose an argument, I expect you to be at peace with that instead of changing topics trying to save face. Because I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're trying to deflect from a topic so that you don't have to admit to having been bested by somebody in an argument. You would rather shift the goalposts than just say, oh, maybe you're right. That's what I think.
The more you know about a topic, the more you realise how much you get into web with other topics. That's what I think. Also,
Okay.
to address the thing you said earlier about the old fucking orange versus red thing. So if someone says, oh, I think Super Nintendo's better than PS1, because I think, no, because Link to the Past is better than Monkey Hero, you don't think that's a valid point?
What do you think the topic is of that conversation? What is the subject of? What is the subject? SNES is SNES is better than PS1 because Link to the Past is better than Monkey Hero, right? That was the statement?
Yeah.
So what's the subject?
The subject of the consoles, what do you mean?
That's what I mean. I wanted you
Yeah.
to tell me what the subject was. So
But
if that's the subject,
games,
can
games
you
are-
have a conversation about the console without getting into why Link to the Past is better than Monkey Hero or other games on consoles that are better than other games and what makes them better than other games and what makes them good games versus what makes them bad games and whether or not they sold well and this and that? Can you keep it on console versus console rather than getting into game versus game or getting into personal preference versus personal preference or say video games versus other hobbies? Can you keep it to console versus console? That's the question. And a lot of times you don't.
Can you?
That's what I'm asking. Can you? Usually you
I
don't.
usually try. I usually say, well, this console had greatly insignificant specs compared to this at the time. It uses cartridge instead of disc, which is very outdated. And people always go, oh, but it's not about that. It's about the games. It's about what's most fun. So
Yeah,
they're inherently talking about the properties of an argument rather than the actual thing itself.
No, they're defining the rules for this argument by saying that. What are you using as criteria to determine whether or not a console is better than another console? You aren't on the same page. In this example that you just gave, you're not on the same page with them. You think it's about specs, they think it's about what games are the best and what you have most fun with. That's why you end up in confusing ass arguments, and that's why people don't agree with you, because you don't set the rules.
When in arguments would it be appropriate to set rules?
From the beginning. As soon as the subject
So
comes
the
up,
moment I sense an
you
argument,
ask, what are we talking about here?
we just go, objection. Alright, one of
No,
the
already you're an asshole. Already you're a cringy asshole by saying objection like Phoenix Wright. Already you're cringe. Right off the bat you're cringe. When somebody says PS1 is better than Super Nintendo because Monkey Hero is better than Link to the Past, then you say...
Alright, I'm back.
First of all, you say, no, Monkey Hero is not better than Link to the Past, you're a fucking idiot and you're a moron for even thinking that, okay? That's the first thing you should say. Second of all, you'd say, why do you think PS1 is...
Instantly convey cognitive dissonance by attacking the other person instead of discussing the actual topic. Okay.
Oh man, just stop being cringe for a second. You
Cognitive
gotta...
dissonance, cringe.
You're cringe.
Hang on a second, Biscuit. What's up?
Can I hang on more than a few seconds? Can I just stop talking to you about this?
I do need that. I have gone back at Dad's, but I haven't been able to get... I'm just playing my PS1 now. I couldn't before, because I tried the Mona games, but they don't support. I don't know. I don't want to find out. Thank you. Okay, well, before we get back to discussion, I just want to say that I've been long time to go game now, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, what did you say your last say in our discussion class argument?
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. I don't know what the topic of the conversation is. I don't know what the point of the conversation is. If we're arguing, I don't understand what we're arguing about anymore. I think we've just devolved into one of your standard, typical arguing just to argue arguments.
Well, I mean, you're the one who started using buzzwords, so you're the one who started to the next buzzwords, so...
I would be 100% happy to stop talking to you right now. Is there a point to us talking right now that I should know of that I would maybe be interested in?
I know I might seem like I'm arguing in bad faith, and I probably did twist it the wrong way, but I would like to know in the future what's the difference between using a counter argument and using the goalposts. You're right, I struggle with this.
Why don't you try asking Peter and Finsto and see if they can give you a different perspective than I can?
Alright, what was the question?
Because I'm not convinced that I'm able to tell you. So maybe they have a way of putting it that would help you understand it. Assuming that either of them are still here and listening and paying attention.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, this mission's hard.
You're not gonna ask him?
I'll come down to you if you want.
Answer me? Who could answer me? I'm not asking anybody anything. You're the one that wants to understand something. Why are you only content to ask me? Why am I the only person that you're coming to with this?
So, apparently another term for moving the goalpost is special pleading. So, when I move the goalpost, do I, to you, perceive to be specially pleading? To be pleading for you to address multiple appointments enough to do with it.
I've never heard that term before, so I can't answer that. Talk to Peter and talk to Tinto. Talk to Peter and talk to Tinto.
He just might just talk to us.
Don't just bother me with your shit. Because that's what it's starting to feel like right now. You have 2 other people that you could run this by. And you're not. And it just feels like you're just trying to frustrate me. You won't even say their fucking names!
Albany.
What is it you want me to ask them?
Oh my god.
Well, that was a fun voice call. Okay, so far this is going well. No, this is completely live. The whole VOD marathon thing is to get people to know about the upcoming VOD marathon I'm having tomorrow. Yeah, my mic wasn't working because I unplugged it and forgot to make sure it worked again after I replugged it in. Fuck. My last life. This is a really hard mission. Holy cow, with the time limit, you only got one ally. Compared to 4 fuckers you have to take down. Oh. No. Akami literally left the voice call shortly after you left. Same with Nintendo. I was the last one remaining. Oh my god, I fucking hate this rule. This rule's useless. Why? Why do you suppose that is? I guess you didn't want to have the conversation with me. Shame, I had no idea what was going on in that combo. I'd like to understand. Fine. Jesus Christ, this mission's brutal. Fucking God. Wait, take out the enemy sniper in this mission. Wait, does that mean I only have to take down the sniper? Not all the other people? Am I doing this mission wrong? I'm still gonna be really pissed at myself. You know I have to beat all 4 opponents to get the sniper. Or all 2. Rather. Fucking, I was hoping to finish this game tonight, but this damn mission's destroying me. Holy cow, how long have we been playing this damn game? Like, freaking 3 hours or something? They were not lying when they said this is a challenging mission. Okay, I was just wasting my time trying to beat all those enemies. I don't want the sniper rifle. I hate the sniper rifle. That is a really annoying rock to step on. This map is not good for this mode. I do? I don't have it out in your awards. Oh wait, I did I? The Nezumi Man run, yeah. Totally forgot about that. Alright, final mission of the game. That's it? That was so easy. Wow. That was the final boss. Easy as pie. Oh. I have successfully beat this game. I think that's a good enough stream for now. I'll do one more regular stream before the Bothon tomorrow. No, I'm playing on the emulator. I actually have installed this game on my Wii, so I could potentially stream. I could potentially make this a GD Goose mission, but this would not be a good GD Goose mission. Let's be real. Alright, let's go find someone to host. I follow this guy playing some Call of Duty. Tomb Raider will happen when I get back from vacation. That's when I'll play Tomb Raider. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh god.